Hi, I'm Tracy, the part-time prepper. I'm here to give you tips and tricks, how-tos and hacks to help you be a little more prepared for whatever life throws at you. A few years ago, we bought one of those amazing skillets. We used it, but we didn't season it right, and then we put it away. A couple of years later, we opened it up, and we found it was rusty. We picked up a bottle of the Blackstone Griddle Top Restoration, and did a little research and thought, yeah, we can get this griddle back up and ready to go in no time. John was a little too quick cleaning, and he got the loose rust off with a metal scraper, then washed the griddle with soapy water, rinsed it, and let it dry before we started using this product. We applied the Griddle Top Restorer all over the griddle, and we allowed it to sit for about 5 minutes. Then we had to agitate the restorer with the applicator pad, as you see here, and we repeated that 3 times. I actually think he did it 4 times, just one for good measure. Once that was done, he rinsed it off with soapy water, and then we were ready to start seasoning. You can see what a difference it made already. Next, we had to put the griddle back onto the stove. When we purchased the stove, it originally was set up to use the 1-pound propane bottles, the green ones, but we bought the adapter so that we could hook it up to the 25, 35, or 100-pound bottles. It was a simple fix. We just ordered the adapter kit on Amazon. The next thing we had to do was start heating the grill. And what we were watching for was brown spots to start appearing, so we would know that the griddle was getting hot enough to add our seasoning. Our research showed us that there was a few different options we could use for this initial seasoning. We could buy the Blackstone griddle seasoning, we could use Crisco, or we could use bacon fat. We opted not to use bacon fat, and I'll explain that later. But between these 2 options, there really wasn't a clear winner, other than the fact that Crisco was a lot cheaper and we could use it for cooking, which was a better financial decision. Once the dark spots start appearing, we know that it's hot enough, and we started applying the Crisco. We spread it around using tongs and a paper towel. You just want to make sure that you have some that's not going to leave a whole lot of lint on your surface. Spread it around, make sure you get to the edges. We used paper towel on tongs. Now we ended up having to use a torch because the front corner of our skillet was not getting hot enough. So we heated it up with the torch and then made sure that the Crisco was spread into that corner so that the entire surface was heavily smoking. Each time we brought it up to the smoke, it would take about 10 minutes, and then the smoke would be gone completely. Then we would put another coat on. We ended up doing 5 full coats. Each time bringing it to smoke, letting the smoke stop, then recovering the surface with another layer of the Crisco. It didn't take too long before it was ready for its new home on our deck. I was lucky enough to pick up this grill mat that fit perfectly on a table we had in our shed. And just like that, it had its new home. But one last thing we wanted to do was seal in that seasoning. So to do that, we sliced up a bunch of onions and we spread them all over the grill, turning, flipping, getting them in the corners. So the juices of the onions created that seal. The initial grilling of these onions is known to fill the voids in the oil seasoning and create an extra strong layer. That non-stick layer is what we're looking for on a grill. We then gave it a quick coat with the avocado oil and got it ready to put it away. But before we put it away, we decided that we were going to try it out by cooking up some bacon. Now, you often hear people say that they will season it initially with bacon. We chose not to. We did have some warnings about the salt and sugar, and it could burn and actually cause pockets in the seasoning. But to be honest, I just didn't want to waste the bacon. After we cooked the bacon, he washed it off with the water, seasoned it again, and put it away for the night.